Welcome to All About Articulation, where we do a deeper dive into the articulation of some of your favorite action figures while glossing over things like paint apps, sculpt, accessories, character history, because I suck at that. And there's already so many people on YouTube who do that already, and they're so much better at it than I am, so why bother wasting your time? So without further ado, here is the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Caliban from the X-Men wave, I believe. Somebody check me on that. But it just came out this year, 2019. And this is the Build-A-Figure. And my initial thoughts on this figure when I first saw it, the previews were, I was a little underwhelmed, to be honest with you. I wasn't very familiar with the character. Didn't really know too much about. Was not too thrilled about the design of the character. But I got a couple of the pieces and I figured, it's gonna cost me a couple of bucks to complete the Build-A-Figure. Might as well do it anyway. And I'm so glad I did, because for a very basic looking figure, I mean, you take away the hand, you take away the head. You know, it's just a generic big guy. If you look at it, right? If you look at it just like that, it's just a generic big guy. You could plop any head on there, and just change the hands, and it could be Venom, it could be Hulk, it could be anything if you want to customize or kick bash this. But he's got like this sort of monster demon looking, like, again, I don't even know who Caliban is. He was like, I was a collector, a comic book reader in the 90s, early 2000s, and he didn't really factor into a lot of the storylines back when I read as a kid, so he became a lot more prominent as a figure in the X-Men later on, especially in the last Wolverine movie, Logan. Yeah. But he wasn't this big, obviously. But anyway, so do I like this figure? Oh, absolutely. I'm so glad I got this. I could tell that based on this buck, it's going to be used a lot more in the future for a lot of the Marvel Legends. I can see that already. Just a really quick measurement on the height. I would say he's at 8 inches, maybe just a tad, a smidge under 8. What do you think there, huh? What do you think there, guy? What do you think? Do you think he's at 8? I would say he's probably just at 8. 8 inches. I know I take a little bit longer in measuring guys' heights because I want to get it just right. I'm a little bit of an OCD in terms of height. But I would say he's just literally a breath under 8 inches. So I'll give him 8. Wingspan. I don't know why that would be relevant to articulation, but I thought it'd be a fun little measurement to take. What do you think? Just keep in mind that his hands are a little bit closed. His fingers are a little bit bent, rather. So fingertip to fingertip, his wingspan is at a whopping... Do I see 10 inches? 10 inches on the dot. Look at that, 10 inches. So he's 8 inches this way, and he's 10 inches this way. All right. Up and down. His head goes this far back, this far down. Back, down. His arms go really far up. Look how far up it goes. Again, he's a big figure. He's a Build-A-Figure. This is his hot tub pose. You know what I mean? Really good. He's got only single jointed elbows, but it hits 90. I can dig it. Again, I'm the type of guy, I love articulation. I put a premium articulation for my action figures, but I like contextual articulation. I don't expect my Hulk figures to have Spider-Man level articulation. I don't I don't expect my Hulkbuster figures to have Daredevil level articulation. And likewise, I don't require my Caliban Build-A-Figures, anyway, the big bulky Caliban figures to have, a Wolverine type articulation. He gets 90, good enough for me. All right. There's no articulation impediments on the wrists, so the wrists are really nice. They go up, they go down. The ab crunch is really good. One click down on the notch, and it goes that far down. Look at that. And then his back extension, he goes a good amount back. I like that too. His legs, he can almost do a split. I mean, he can get pretty far. That's very respectable. Very respectable. All right, he has a double jointed knee, and he goes really far back. Almost to the point of kicking his own butt, which I like. The upper thigh swivel. He's got a weird diagonal. Just FYI, I don't know how that's important, but it's just something I noticed. He's got a diagonal calf swivel, and he has the ankle articulation. It goes all the way up really well. Look how much farther up that goes. Looks like a Nike check, and it goes all the way down, almost 180 degrees. So he can definitely do the tippy toes. Okay. So yeah, we did the side splits, the front splits. Can get down about that much, not too far. That's how far he kicks back. That's how far he kicks forward. Not great in terms of the kicking motion, but again, he's not a kick. I don't think he's a taekwondo artist. So all in all, I'm pretty happy, especially if you can get this guy for relatively cheap. He's not a very popular figure character, and he's not a very sought-after figure. So you can get him for, I'm guessing, around maybe even as low as 30 if you find somebody. Not on eBay, of course. But if you find like a local, collector who's willing to part with this, or if you want to just grab a couple of the pieces are going for really cheap, actually. He's definitely worth putting together. If you can get him for like 30, man, and you just like big characters, this ain't a bad character to have. And of course, the kit bashing / customization potential is through the roof on this guy. So anyway, all right, hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.